Bulginaka, do you know that cybercrime is becoming a growing problem in Fiji?
Cybercrime is defined as a crime in which a computer is the object of the crime, such as hacking and spamming.
Cybercrime is also cyberbullying and using fake profiles to cause panic and spreading false news.
If you're involved in this or know anyone who's committing these crimes, report them immediately.
I'm Polly.
And I'm Peter.
We host the Traffic Jam Show on City FM.
From 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. every weekday.
Do the right thing.
Namanaka, Fiji, in this bulletin, fewer jobs for valuers in real estate. Teachers to adhere to social media policy. And no significant threat of chickenpox.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Edwin Nunn.
A slowdown in the real estate market has resulted in fewer jobs for property valuers. There are 60 registered valuers in Fiji, but only about 15 are finding work, according to the Valuers Registration Board. The board believes the market is not as uniform as it should be due to a distortion in the real estate business. Board Chair Dr. Abdul Hassan says there are a lot of factors that affect real estate and valuation, including the ability of people to pay.
Hopefully this will pick up in the later part of the year. That's the main concern. Otherwise, I think you can see that the market is not uniform as it should be. They also see very big, the distortion in the market.
The Minister for Education is warning teachers to adhere to the ministry's social media policy. Concerns have surfaced after a teacher allegedly sent unpleasant messages to a student. Minister Rosie Akbar says the social media policy is there to protect teachers and students alike. Akbar raised concerns that some teachers are using social media platforms to engage in harassment.
I was actually given a snapshot of somebody's Viber messages ahead of school to a student under investigation. Very sad. You communicate like that. That's why we had that social media policy, remember? And people were jumping up and down, why we are restricting you. You put yourself in a situation. This is very dangerous, people.
The Health Minister has clarified there is no major threat of chickenpox, despite words of the disease being common amongst Fijians. Speaking to FBC News from Namara in Tailevu, Dr. Ifiremi Wangainambete says a few cases have been identified, but this is nothing significant. The minister was briefed on the national health status yesterday, and there were no red flags raised about chickenpox.
If there were significant numbers of chickenpox, I would have been alerted. We have early warning systems that are in place for communicable disease. But so far this morning, I was briefed this morning, there's nothing on chickenpox. There may be some around, but not significant in numbers.
A 21-year-old man charged with murder almost a year ago is detained at the St. Giles Hospital in Suva. It's alleged that on February 4th last year, Fabiano Ndakai used an axe to kill a sleeping security officer in Navua. At his first appearance, the defense said the accused was not ready for trial and requested that he receive a psychiatric evaluation. According to state prosecutors, the report from St. Giles confirms Ndakai is able to take a plea and can participate in court proceedings. The court was also informed that during the time of the offense, the accused was serving a suspended sentence for aggravated robbery. The matter will be recalled on February 12th for a plea. Weight restrictions on the Waitakala Bridge is a concern for Viria villagers in Naitasiri. Turangini Koro Savinada Mateawa says following the Fiji Roads Authority advisory, buses and trucks are not allowed on the bridge, and this is affecting their daily movement. Mateawa says Waitakala Bridge is the only access to the village, and now it can only cater for vehicles of up to 5 tons. He says students have to walk for 45 minutes to cross the bridge and wait for the bus every morning. Viria villager 84-year-old Navitalai Rambia, who is a social benefit scheme recipient, says he hasn't collected his check for the past 2 months because he can't walk that far. Meanwhile, the Fiji Roads Authority says the Viria Bridge is one of the 71 they are focusing on replacing in the year ahead. The Reserve Bank of Fiji says 2019 was a quiet year for the insurance industry. Governor Arif Ali says the majority of insurance claims were made by people who lost property to fires. Ali says the transfer of the Workers' Compensation class to the Accident Compensation Commission of Fiji did not impact the profitability of insurance companies in 2019.
Although the industry's performance was expected to reflect the economic slowdown generally experienced through most of 2019, statistics for the first 3 quarters of 2019 have shown otherwise.
In world news, history has been made at the Screen Actors Guild Awards in a last-minute plot twist in one of the most prestigious categories. For the first time, a foreign language film was on top in a ceremony that is seen as a prelude to the Oscars. Coming up, cyclones did not deter Sevens team spirit.
Oira na ngone no ndai nuni ena bisi ni mataka.
Mersusunga da kena loma dina kena mikron.
Sakena ngau na mitaro bina no rabaksa ngai ka wala loma taki na ngone. Dala bina oya o meliki.
Bulre oya o Samuel Samuel.
Nama kiki rau ena be mataka.
Moniti kena makarombuka.
Ni wai tiri kalima na miniti me ono kina tiri na kaloko. Ena Radio Fiji One nandomo ibiti.
Inau kina na mataka. Dan ramai na singabo.
Welcome back. 2 cyclones in the past month did not deter the Fiji Airways men's national sevens team's preparations for the Hamilton Sevens tournament. Coach Gareth Baber says they've had fruitful training sessions in the past few days. Baber knows people have high hopes of the team.
We didn't perform in the first 2 tournaments, we know that, and we need to put something together now with these next 2. That's what we're prepared to do.
Fiji will play Spain tomorrow morning in a friendly in preparation for the Hamilton Sevens tournament, which begins on Saturday. The Mba football team says Lambasa will not beat them, not this time. This challenge to Lambasa comes ahead of the impending champion versus champion clashes on Friday and Sunday. Mba football manager Arvind Singh says Lambasa should not ponder on their win against Mba in the IDC pool stage last year.
I want to tell Lambasa that not every time. It's not every time that they can beat. When Ba is prepared, when Ba wants to win, definitely Ba will win. No team can beat Ba.
Meanwhile, Solomon Island soccer star Benjamin Totori and Vanuatu's Jason Thomas are set to represent the Men in Black this football season. The Fiji Football Association confirms the team has applied for their international transfers. Ba will face Lambasa at 7 p.m. this Friday at Churchill Park in Lautoka in the first leg of the CVC, while the second leg will be held at 3 p.m. on Sunday at Ratu Dakambo Park in Nosori. You can catch live commentaries of both matches on our sister radio station, Radio Fiji 2. Overseas, next month's American football showpiece, the Super Bowl, is set to be an absolute blockbuster after the finalists were decided yesterday. San Francisco 49ers practically ran their way to the big show, while the Kansas City Chiefs came out throwing. There were a host of stars gracing the Australian Open yesterday. Defending champion Naomi Osaka was the big name on court, while Serena Williams is on a bid to win her 24th Grand Slam title. Cloudy conditions and possible showers are forecast for the Fiji group today. And that's your FBC Morning News. Remember to join us at 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. for our major bulletin. For these stories and others, you can also tune in daily to our sister radio station, Gold FM. That's it from me for now. Have a good morning.
हमारे खूबसूरत देश फिजी में चाइल्ड अब्यूज की घटनाएं आए दिन बढ़ रही हैं।
क्यों बच्चों का मासूम बचपन अब्यूज का शिकार हो जाता है?
अपने बच्चों की सुरक्षा का खास ख्याल रखें।
उनसे बातचीत करें, उनके दोस्तों के बारे में जानें।
आज के बच्चे देश का भविष्य है। मैं दीप्ति
और मैं मोनिश,
आपके हमसफर। शामिल हो जाए हमारे साथ मंडे टू फ्राइडे
5:45 AM से 10 AM तक
रेडियो फिजी 2 देश की धड़कन पर।